It's 8 p.m. and here are our top stories. Big changes are coming on this Weather Action Day. How the overnight snow could impact your morning commute.
So yeah, this probably needs some stitches. So came in here, stitched it up, he was in and out in 30 minutes, all covered under the membership.
Plus, imagine paying for health care like you pay for Netflix.
We are a model of direct primary care to where we work directly with our patients, meaning we don't bill insurance at all. So it's a monthly membership plan.
Hear about the Colorado Clinic now offering medical treatment, all for just a flat monthly fee. And Denver is making moves on a plan to redevelop the Park Hill Golf Course. The next steps for the proposal before it heads to Denver voters. We begin tonight with a live look at the radar on this Weather Action Day. You can see that most of northern Colorado and the high country are under a winter storm watch or warning. And that's because we're expecting some frigid air and several inches of snow to move in overnight. So let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson. Mike, it's going to be a messy morning drive to work tomorrow.
Especially mountains and the northern suburbs up toward the Wyoming border as the colder air comes in. Now earlier today, 57 in Denver and upper 60s over southeastern Colorado, but the cold is coming in. It's not on to 32 in Denver. It's down to 18 up at Laramie, and farther to the north, temperatures as cold as 8 degrees at Jackson, Wyoming. So the cold front has moved through and the bands of snow are developing on the north side of that front. The heaviest action is expected to be in the mountains along and west of the divide and from Denver to the north all the way up toward Cheyenne by early in the morning. That's where we have the winter weather advisories in effect, and in the areas in pink are under winter storm warnings. For some areas, perhaps seeing a foot of snow. The snow is beginning to fill in a bit in western Boulder County, Larimer County, and back toward Eagle County and all the way back toward the Glenwood Springs area. Nothing in the Denver area quite yet, but we're expecting it to come in around 11 o'clock or so. So turning much colder, the snow develops overnight. Cold, slick, and slow for Tuesday morning, and single-digit low temperatures expected by Wednesday morning. The full forecast in about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Mike. And Denver is opening its rec centers as warming centers tomorrow so people can get out of the cold. Each warming center will have drinking water, access to bathrooms, and a place to sit. People can also go to Denver Public Library locations to warm up, but those are not designated as warming centers. Denver 7 will be tracking the snow all night and all morning. You can watch the Denver 7 Morning News starting at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow for the updates on current conditions and traffic. You can also get 24/7 Colorado weather updates and live radar on your TV. Just download the free Denver 7 Plus app on your favorite streaming device. And for the latest school closures and delays, visit our website, denver7.com. We have a full list up right now that will be updated throughout the night. Colorado hospitals are on high alert for a triple virus threat this winter. They're worried about COVID, the flu, and RSV, putting a strain on their already limited resources. The nation's top medical experts say getting vaccinated along with the flu shot will help prevent the spread of the viruses. They're also recommending basic respiratory hygiene, which includes things like avoiding sick people, washing your hands, and cleaning surfaces at home and work. We all know how expensive medical treatment can be, even with insurance. But now a local doctor is testing out a subscription-based payment model to help lower costs for uninsured patients. Denver 7's Micah Smith explains how it works.
When Strive Direct Health opened in downtown Erie next door to Shannon Kennedy's salon, she decided to give it a try.
Traditional health insurance that I've had before, it's like I was paying a lot and I don't even know who my doctor was.
But Kennedy says Strive's healthcare model is different.
I feel like I get a personal connection with Dr. Brad. I think it's nice because he looks at me as like a whole human and not just specifically looking at what ailment that I have.
We are a model of direct primary care to where we work directly with our patients, meaning we don't bill insurance at all. So it's a monthly membership plan.
Owner of Strive Direct Health, Dr. Brad Brown, says his business removes the insurance middleman from primary health care.
For us here, it's age-based, so kids up until age 18 are only $40 a month, and then older than that is $85 a month for adults. We have family plans.
Brown says the memberships also include some urgent care services.
We're both ER docs as well. I had a patient last week who he he was fixing his washing machine and gashed his hand open. And it was 9 p.m. at night. He shot me a text. I said, hey, let's go see it at the office. He sent me a picture as well. I said, yeah, this probably needs some stitches. So came in here, stitched him up. He was in and out in 30 minutes, all covered under the membership.
But Brown says for bigger emergencies, some additional health insurance is needed.
So we definitely recommend people still have some type of insurance, health insurance.
Dr. Brad, if you do still need some form of insurance, is it still cost saving?
Short answer, yes, absolutely. There's always ways that, that we help patients navigate that system.
I actually have an emergency medicine that I added onto it.
But even with the add-on, Kennedy says the membership saves her money. And as insurance premiums rise, Brown says subscription-based healthcare is one affordable solution for maintaining coverage. Reporting in Erie, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Kaiser Permanente plans to offer expanded reproductive health care services to help cut down Planned Parenthood wait times in Colorado as neighboring states enact abortion restrictions. In a statement to Denver 7, a Kaiser Permanente spokesperson said, quote, "We believe that expanding services to ensure that our Colorado members have access to safe, timely, and appropriate care is consistent with our commitment to the overall health of our members." Kaiser Permanente concluded that in their statement saying, quote, "We respect an individual's right to make decisions about their own health." Well, a plan to redevelop Park Hill's old golf course is moving forward. Denver City Council approved a measure today that would transform the area into open space and affordable housing. The next step for the proposal is for the city to hold a public hearing on it. That's happening 1 week from today on December 5th. If it passes there, Denver voters will then need to approve the plan, which would appear on the spring ballot. RTD now says it plans to reopen a 4-mile stretch of the R line tomorrow instead of today. The line has been closed between the Florida and 13th Avenue stations since the train derailment in September. A state commission found the R line operator was driving nearly 4 times the speed limit when the train went off the tracks. The commission is also requiring new rules at the intersection. Trains are now required to stop before going through the intersection, and the speed limit before the curve will be lowered from 35 to 25 miles per hour. Also tomorrow, federal lawmakers are expected to hear from the CEOs of Kroger and Albertsons about their company's potential merger. And members of a local union representing King Soopers and Safeway employees are already in D.C. ahead of the meeting. Denver 7's Patrick Perez explains why they hope this merger never happens.
I'm Patrick Perez in the Denver 7 newsroom. You've probably heard about the possible merger between Kroger and Albertsons. Well, federal lawmakers are expected to hear from their CEOs about that merger at a hearing Tuesday afternoon. Members of a local union representing King Soopers and Safeway employees are in D.C. ahead of that meeting, and they told me why they hope this merger never happens. Speaking with Denver 7 from our nation's capital, UFCW Local 7 President Kim Cordova is hoping to send a clear message Tuesday.
Our members are going to lose jobs. There's going to be store closures.
She and other members of the union representing King Soopers and Safeway workers in Colorado are in D.C. ahead of a subcommittee hearing to discuss the competitive impact of the proposed Kroger and Albertsons merger.
And we just went through this in 2014 when Albertsons and Safeway merged. We lost over 33 stores immediately, and workers lost their jobs.
The two companies announced a merger in October, with both of its boards supporting the move. Kroger says the merger will help the company reduce prices and increase wages for its workers. Cordova disagrees.
It's bad for workers. It's going to be bad for consumers. There's going to be less choice. Obviously there's going to be higher prices, we believe. We believe with workers, our members are going to lose jobs.
As part of the merger, Albertsons will divest between 100 to 375 stores to a new company called Spinco. It's unclear how many of its 105 stores in Colorado could be affected. Kroger has 148 stores in Colorado under its King Soopers and City Market brands.
I moved over to King Soopers from Safeway, believing that my job was secure and this was a place that I could work, be comfortable and be happy and retire from. But, now that's all up in the air. And
Carol McMillian, a bakery manager at a King Soopers in East Aurora, lost her job during the 2014 merger. She's worried it could happen again.
I'm kind of getting that same feeling right now. So there's quite a bit of uncertainty.
If all goes according to plan, the merger will happen in early 2024. Its opponents hope it gets blocked. I received a statement from Kroger regarding those concerns about potential store closures and job losses. The company says this merger will secure the long-term future of union jobs and that it plans to work with unions and the FTC as it tries to get this merger completed. But that statement does not address potential store closures. We have the full statement on Denver7.com. In the newsroom, Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
A rare display of defiance in one of the most restrictive countries in the world.
The zero COVID policy has been a disaster, both economically and politically inside China.
Protesters across China saying enough is enough. Why they're demanding President Xi Jinping step down immediately.
It just constantly feels like I'm being pushed down and can't really get ahead to make a life for myself.
Plus, outrageous rent increases are keeping Coloradans from getting ahead. And now local leaders are pressuring the state to reconsider rent control.
I would love to see limiting the number of times a landlord can raise rent, limiting the amount they can raise rent.
We're taking a 360 look at rent control and whether Colorado needs to repeal its ban to keep landlords in check.